Alright, welcome everyone to the Comic Panel. I'm Cody.
I'm Talon.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Shawenta.
For those who are listening for the first time, we are a bi-weekly radio show podcast comic book club covering any and everything regarding comics and manga. We have each co-host pick a book that follows a specific theme and review a book for each episode. Then we wrap up the theme with a retrospective episode covering our opinions and favorite moments from each of the books. This is our retrospective for the theme of comics based on video games. The books we covered in this theme were Street Fighter, Sakura Gives It Her Best by Masahiko Nakahira, Sonic Scrapnick Island by Daniel Barnes and illustrated by Jack Lawrence, Team Fortress 2 comics written by J. Pinkerton and Erik Wolpaw with art by Heather Campbell and Maren Marmulla, Arkham Knight, written by Peter J. Tomasi, with art by Victor Bogdanovic, Guara Bobson Rocha, art Thibert, Julio Ferreira, Guillermo Ortego, and then Assassin's Creed Awakening, written by Takashi Yano and drawn by Kenji Oiwa. And to quickly refresh listeners who have not read these books or listened to our previous episodes on this theme, so Street Fighter is of course based on Street Fighter video games and is about the character of Sakura, who is a high schooler who's getting into the world of Street Fighter after seeing a mysterious, talented Street Fighter one day and is inspired by him. And so, through sheer will and determination, she starts becoming a powerful Street Fighter in her own right. Sonic Scrapnick Island is about Sonic the Hedgehog, the blue, super fast hedgehog who, with his buddy Tails, crash lands on an island that turns out to be it used to be the secret base of their enemy, Dr. Robotnik, and a bunch of his previously evil robots have been recovered and reprogrammed to be good, and but so they must survive on the island while their plane is getting repaired. But
there's some more mysteries to the island than it initially appears.
Then there's Team Fortress 2 comics, which is about the mercenaries of the Team Fortress 2 games and how they are on a mission to find the rest of the world's supply of Australium, a precious metal that can be used medicinally to extend one's life, all at the behest of multiple different powerful benefactors who are all kind of on a treasure hunt to try to find the rest of it. And then Arkham Knight is a prequel to the Batman Arkham Knight video game, which has Batman post Arkham City video game, trying to do his best to, as Bruce Wayne, to rehabilitate Gotham and its infrastructure, while there is a power vacuum after the death of the Joker, and also, unbeknownst to Batman, the Arkham Knight is killing various criminals. And then finally, Assassin's Creed Awakening is both about Kenny Edwards, if I'm remembering the character's name right,
Edward Kenway.
Yep.
Oh, Edward Kenway.
Yep.
I got
Why
it
do I remember
backwards.
his name? It's a manga take
It was amazing.
on Assassin's Creed Black Flag, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A manga take on Assassin's Creed Black Flag that basically, yeah. So in the Assassin's Creed games, you are a modern day person hooked up into a machine called the Animus that lets you play through the genetic memory of one of your ancestors. And so there is another character whose name I'm not remembering right now, who he basically gets tricked into using the Animus by the company who has the Animus, which is
Abstergo's the name.
Abstergo.
There's an evil corporation, and they're tricking a Japanese high school boy into, like, diving into his genetic memories to get, like, what is it? Information about a secret location.
The fragments
that'll help them take over the world.
Or is it the observatory and the fragments of Eden?
No, they have the fragments of Eden, because those would probably make the headset, is what we agreed.
Yeah.
I like how we're just theorizing. There's probably an answer somewhere.
Probably. Yeah, the comic could have been a little bit more clear about that, but, you know, it's fine. But yeah, that's basically summary of the 5 books that we read for this theme.
I'm gonna be honest. I totally forgot Sonic was a part of this theme.
That's funny. Yeah, I get that. All right, so I chose this theme, and the reason that I did was, I mean, for one, actually, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do for this theme, and my friend Cam, who was our guest for our Team Fortress 2 episode, he suggested that we read Team Fortress 2 comics, and I was like, well, I need a theme to wrap around that package. And I was kind of unsure, you know. I also did know that I kind of wanted to dive into some sort of Sonic comics. So that was also
chose Sonic then.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
somebody choose Sonic.
But then with this category, you know, I get 2 for 1 by with the Team Fortress 2 and Sonic.
Just a taste of Sonic.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's kind of my reasoning behind it, though. Yeah. So I guess moving on to just general questions about this theme, though. What would you guys say, or how effective were these books in what they were trying?
I mean, I find I want to call them video game tie-ins, but not all of them are technically tie-ins. It's just interesting where the medium is originally video games, and then they're like, make a comic out of it. And sometimes it feels like the management side of things feels like that's a very easy, thing to do. You have the story, just do it. Mm-hmm. Some of these comics were adaptations of the story from the video game. Some of these comics are, I would say the Sonic comics in general have kind of become their own thing.
Yeah.
They're like, to be fair, I don't know what the story of any Sonic video game is. But, yeah.
Is it safe to say
for
that
Assassin's Black,
when people talk about this is Sonic, are they talking about the comic and not the video game?
It's such a big franchise now, right?
Probably more the
movies
movie
are
now.
More
Yeah.
popular.
Oh, fair.
I guess it depends on who you ask, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if we're the demographic for the movie.
true.
But like I was saying, and then so Assassin's Creed, that one was pretty directly the story you guys are saying
Yeah.
from the video game.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
meanwhile, like Batman was a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You can think, what is it? Oh, well, I guess there's no numbers in this, so. What, 0 point, Arkham Knight 0?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely an in-between kind of story.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of flesh it out. And then I kind of forgot. It's been so long since we read Street Fighter, but the feeling that Street Fighter gives me is that it is a comic that is meant to like be included with the video game, almost like people who want to know more about the characters, because Street Fighter's not really gonna grow its own story that much.
Yeah, that one definitely, it felt more like, hey, we're gonna put out this new character, and we want people to, like, feel attached to her in some way, basically, so that when they go to play the game, they're excited about this new character that we're putting out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, how effective they were.
Yeah.
It's kind of diluted by my bias for the video game, I think. I don't know, I can look at it objectively.
Well, which one are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about all of them at once, so that's why I'm having trouble. Okay, let's go in order. Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we found it at least cute at what it was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good at, if someone really liked the slice of life / kind of, I don't want to say it's aimless. She has a goal in the story.
Yeah.
But things just kind of will happen either way, it feels like.
Yeah, it's kind of a, like... Yeah, like you said, like, there's elements of slice of life, but not really, because it's not... I feel like in order to be slice of life, it has to be much more casual, and this is obviously, like, a fantasy world of,
Where they're just gonna have street fighting competitions.
Yeah, and so, yeah, and she does, like you said, she has, like, a very, like, specific goal in mind, too. She's determined to be... really as good as Ryu as a Street Fighter.
Yeah, and find Ryu.
Ryu, yeah. Yeah, and I think that, ultimately it's interested in that. I think that sometimes also, this might be a case where, reading one volume is a little bit too decompressed for the story. Like, if we were able to read multiple volumes of this, it's like, well, the first volume feels like very, like you said, like kind of aimless, but it's just because, even though she is very serious about this goal, it's not really until the end that she has a lot of leads to how to get to that goal.
So you're saying we mostly read the setup, so it's hard to determine how effective it was just based on the setup?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the tone of it is very silly at times, and I don't foresee it becoming super serious, like even in some of the extra content we read with I'm forgetting her name, but the rich girl.
Yeah.
Karen?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I could see it both ways, but I'm thinking of, like, I've only watched very little of Naruto, but that one starts out very silly and lighthearted and gets much more serious.
Dramatic and angsty.
Yeah. So
from what I've heard.
Yeah. So I'm like, just comparatively, it's not impossible that it doesn't get more serious as it goes on.
I don't know, though. I read some of the Ryu one in comparison, the Ryu manga that was also about Street Fighter stuff. And it's much more serious just because of the person Ryu is and like some of the situations he finds himself in.
Mm-hmm.
It's still very fantastical with like the action wise.
Right.
But in comparison, I think it suits the character of Sakura that it's a little bit more lighthearted.
Okay.
She's not like an angry person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
or like
true.
weighed down by the world like Ryu is in his own story.
Mm-hmm.
When I think of...
Which I think makes it pretty effective at being for new audiences, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like new children.
People Sakura's age.
Yeah.
Who'd want to read a character that's around their age.
I enjoyed it. I related to her very well. So, even older folks can appreciate this comic.
Yeah.
Well, you're a child at heart, Tilon.
Oh, gee, Willikers.
I am curious about your opinion on Team Fortress, the Team Fortress comic, since I didn't. That was the only one I didn't read.
Before we move on to that one, I do want to add about Sakura. That when I think of the question, is this comic effective at the theme? I think about kind of more like, does this convey the video game and like the characters? That's not quite like in the character part, maybe not that, but more so like
The gameplay mechanics.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yep. And so there's a lot of those fighting scenes with the the sounds that are written on there and the way that the action is shown. I'm like, yeah, I feel like that's very similar to Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, them talking about like the special moves. I can't believe Sakura can do that one. Or how she does it a little bit differently than most people. That was really fun. And yeah, it made me think about the game a little bit.
Well, so should we move on to... You mentioned Team Fortress Shuenta, but technically the next book that we covered was Sonic. I mean, we talked a little bit about Sonic, but we didn't... Did we feel like it was...
should go in order.
Did we feel like it was effective in what they were trying to achieve?
Well, Sonic is the only one of these all where we read the beginning and the end of that story, in terms of at least an arc. It's a pretty short one.
Yeah, it's self-contained for sure.
Sonic doesn't get to go that fast.
True.
Well, yeah, but if he did, the problems of the comic wouldn't really be there. Other than I guess, repairing the plane, he can't do that. But he can find the part faster.
Yeah.
Sonic needs to learn that going fast doesn't solve everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the video game would be solved in a minute.
Well, the thing is that he needs to run in order to catch the thing that's running away.
What?
I don't know. I'm making something up.
Dylan doesn't know anything about Sonic.
It's true.
It's about the rings.
Yeah, that's right.
There are no rings.
That's right.
Are there?
You're right. There are no rings in this. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot.
It's a little bit sacrilegious.
Yeah, that's interesting. Actually, I'm surprised that there aren't. I mean, I guess I don't know how the lore treats the rings. Like what that
Like,
means.
is it just a game thing, or is it in the... Like, do other characters see the rings?
What do they represent in his psyche?
Yeah. Is that their blood?
It's a pretty short comic. It's charming in its quick portrayal. I'm trying to remember. I feel like we didn't... At times we said it was a little bit too short or didn't really expand on some of the stuff it picked up on.
I mean, this was a comic...
And, I don't know how some of it would apply to the, video game. It's so far removed in some ways.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think this comic is very
Yeah.
It was gorgeous though.
like geared towards younger audiences in general too. So
Right, yeah.
they're not
So
going to
it's-
delve into a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and-
not get too dire.
yeah, and kind of like, yeah, adding to what you just said, Talon, and what Shawenta said earlier, that like, yeah, I feel like in some way Sonic comics are, I don't know what the word would be, extraneous to the games. You know, it's where a lot of these are meant to be advertisements in some ways for the games that they're based upon. The Sonic comics have become their own thing where, you know, they're
selling the comic
they're
rather
selling
than the video game.
Exactly. So yeah, I think that in that way it is effective. It is an effective Sonic kids comic. I think it really hits the mark for, you know, being just a little bit scary, but not scary, you know, for a kid to find it enjoyable. But yeah, it's not really about the game in any way. You know, it might be that it turns out that somebody's like, well, I really like the comics, so I'll check out the game, but that's not what they're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and reading that comic, I think I'm trying to think on all of them, but I think the Sonic one is the one where I most am like, someone make a video game out of this.
Really?
This is gorgeous. The setting is kind of creepy. That would be fun. Video game, please.
Yeah, honestly, you know, that does it's an interesting thing where it's like, you know, yeah, because it becomes its own thing and it's not trying to like adapt the video, you do get the situation where suddenly it's like, you know, like, I mean, you see the same thing in like superhero comics all the time where people are all like, oh, I wish this would get animated. You know, it's like suddenly you have the reverse situation now, or at least what you've described, where I'm like, and I kind of agree with you though. I'm like, yeah, that'd be kind of fun, you know, just like a little, like, and it doesn't have to be like, you know, the way that 2D and 3D Sonic games have been like defined. Especially because, like we said, in this story, Sonic isn't all that fast. It's like, it could be really different. I mean, but it's just an interesting twist, based upon the fact that it's not trying to be about the game. Okay, so now, Team Fortress 2 comics. These comics were... definitely the intention was comedy and silliness and in jokes about the game.
I would say that this comic is very effective in getting, like, I feel like if I play this video game, this is the kind of humor that I should expect.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you understand the story? I know Team Fortress 2 isn't exactly about story, but the characters.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it
Probably.
definitely has a surprising amount of lore and character background,
Does Team
I
Fortress
guess.
2 have a lot of lore?
Yes.
And the comics taking from that, so the comics not making up the lore.
My understanding is that the comics are not making up the lore, but or at least, I mean,
They're drawing from something that's sort of established.
Yes, yeah. You know,
Okay.
it'll be...
To some extent.
Yeah. As somebody who's not played the game, it's not entirely clear to me, but my understanding is that there's a lot of, like, small bits of dialogue, you know, that, like,
Oh, okay.
basically are expanded. And, little jokes that are, you know, then also expanded on to be reality, like, the character... Spy being the secret dad of the character Scout.
Like how that's the one thing I know, really.
I'm still amazed at how that is true, because I remember being like, I read that. That is not what I got at all.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to hear. You know, I haven't read that comic. I haven't played Team Fortress 2. I kind of assumed it was like a silly version of Counter-Strike.
I mean,
I haven't played
it's
Counter-Strike.
not that.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's
So
definitely...
was it a self-contained arc that you guys read?
Yes, I would say so.
Well, you know, self-contained in the sense that we read the entire thing.
Right,
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
Even if there's other comics that it goes on from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Shawenta, that means you missed the entirety of the Amelia Earhart and the hot dog costume. That is probably the best joke. Well, okay, that and Tom Jones.
I'll go through and read all of the Team Fortress 2 comics at some point, since they finally finished them, apparently.
Yes, yeah, that was something that came up in the episode, that it was a long wait between for the final issue, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 7 years.
It also seemed like some of the lore, I don't remember exactly which parts, but there was some things that were like started as fan created stuff that was popular enough that it got brought into continuity.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what that was. I'm pretty sure we talked about it in the episode, though, but it might have been stuff about the the owner of Manco who gets ousted, the big burly
Saxton
guy.
Hale.
Yeah, Saxton Hale. I think that he started off as like a one-off character, or
really?
like even just mentioned in the game, and then people liked him so much that they brought him in more to the story.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, and I guess to continue on that point, so it's also what the goal of this comic, I think, is it's not, unlike, like we said with Street Fighter, where it's supposed to be purely like an advertisement for the game, like, oh yeah, we want you to be interested in Street Fighter. This also, has that goal, but also wants to be in communication with the already established fans. It wants to create more, for lack of a better word, fan devotion. Like, yeah, I'm committed to this, this game and this franchise. So yeah, after we read Team Fortress 2, we read Batman Arkham Knight. And I feel like, at least for me, that one, it is definitely the kind of book that is meant to create excitement and interest in the game. But at the same time, I feel like its goal is so confused and not actually like the whatever its goal is, it does not succeed in that.
It's just like...
We talked about how it felt like it was constrained. Not necessarily that it was constrained, but that whoever's writing it and working on it felt constrained to not elaborate too much.
Yeah, so like
it's where it was in the story.
It's got a lot of directions, but it can't actually like explain the stuff, because that should be the purpose of the game. So like it's, you have to explain all the stuff that happens in between, but you can't use, or in between the games, but you can't use these characters, or you can, except you also have to kill them.
Cool with it.
And also you have to explain how you got the Batmobile, the Batwing, the secret Batcave under the movie studio.
Wait. The whole reason they had that stupid side thing of him going to some other country for the Batmobile upgrade or whatever was because they had to explain it?
Well, yeah, because otherwise why are you buying the prequel comic if it's not to see the stuff explained?
Just have someone wax the Batmobile. That way he's like, it's there.
Well, yeah, I think what Jake means is that specifically in the game Arkham Knight, for the first time you can drive around the Batmobile.
Mm-hmm.
And all the
Okay,
other
Which is odd because odd that you need to explain it, because Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are really small maps. So to me it would make total sense you wouldn't be driving the Batmobile in those environments.
Yeah. No, you're hitting the nail on the head. You really don't need to, but they felt the need to anyway.
Yeah, you're right, Jake. That's like the overall problem, right? They feel they're compelled to explain everything, but they can't get too juicy with any of the secrets.
Yeah, and you can't use a bunch of characters that are going to be in.
They're like, please show, please tell, please just tell everybody.
That's interesting.
Which, leads to a very disjointed book, I think is the kindest way you can probably put it.
It felt like I read, like, a ripoff of what the actual comic was supposed to be.
Or in this case, the video game?
Fan-made thing. Well, I don't know the video game.
It has very little to do with the video game, I'll be honest.
Despite all its flaws, I got the feeling that the video game was better just from reading the comic. And maybe that's a mixture of being like, it has to be better than this.
It is better.
Anything.
It also has its problems like anything does, but...
Mm-hmm.
But it can't reach these levels.
Yeah, the problems are different, which is weird for at least, we kind of talked about it in the episode. Arkham Knight's in a weird spot, or the comic is, because it's a comic based on a game that's based on a comic.
Yeah.
Which is loosely based on, the games at least are loosely based on Batman the Animated Series. Very, very loosely, but they're still kind of there.
Huh.
Right. Yeah. Taking inspiration from the animated series, but which, in itself is also taking inspiration from the comics.
It's like a one of those Russian nesting dolls where it's just
yeah.
based on this thing that also has its own comics and movies and spin-offs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which if you really want to get even deeper, Batman based on pulp heroes like the Shadow, and other influences, crime and detective fiction. But that's deeper.
I'd say in general, this comic is also like really. I wanted to say hostile. That's too harsh of a word. Hostile
Aggressive.
to new readers.
Yeah, I can see that.
How
it's
so?
Definitely, it just doesn't want to really explain.
If I didn't
anything.
know, even the basics of Batman, obviously I'd have trouble with this. I'm like, okay, the Joker's dead. Cool.
Okay, gotcha.
But even beyond that, so as someone who knows Batman and knows some of this stuff, we've read enough Batman at this point. I'm like, oh man, the Joker's dead. That's crazy. And I'm like, what is going on? Why does it feel like it's following a predetermined path, but it also can't fully actualize any of the consequences? It's such a weird feeling reading that comic.
Gotcha.
I think as someone who doesn't know anything about any of the video games, I think even when we were writing the script for it, I was like, this is a sequel? Question mark.
Yeah.
This is related to something. You had to correct me. That was a prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also following it. I mean, you weren't totally off because it also followed a game. So in that way, it kind of made it a sequel, just not to Arkham Knight, but to Arkham City.
Yeah.
I can't keep getting away with this.
I will say, like, I didn't read this comic, and so I'm just kind of like scrolling through the pages, and I'm like, I think that I would have said that I enjoyed this comic, even despite it not being very connected to the games.
Well, as a comic itself, it's just not very good.
Yeah.
That could be. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not like not to over restate what we said in the episode, but yeah, it's just not very interesting.
It works against itself at so many moments. It's kind of crazy how it fumbles some things.
Yeah.
I do think though that it would probably have been better if they did the comic set on the kind of beginning of Arkham Knight with the Scarecrow. I think that would have been interesting.
I mean, it's kind of Scarecrow comes into this.
Yeah.
Right. And that's, something else we talked about that was weird was that it was like, it seemed like the way that the game starts has nothing to do with the way that this comic starts, It's like, we have no... I think that Jake explained that the Arkham Knight is, like, working for Scarecrow, basically, or under him or something.
I guess
am I
that
getting
is
that
the game.
wrong? Yeah. And so, like... Yeah, but in this, it's like they are so completely, like, at odds, like they don't interact at all, and
'Cause they can't.
yeah, it's just very
You can't have anything of
strange.
too much consequence.
Yeah,
Right, because in the
So you
video
undermine the game.
in the video game, I think the Scarecrow describes a mysterious benefactor, something like that. So
yeah.
that has to. So, if the comic has to be kind of tiptoeing around who that could be,
Right, yeah. And again, we talked about it, but they don't want to reveal the identity of the Arkham Knight either too early. Yeah.
You know how good this comic is? I accidentally was referring to the Arkham Knight as the Arkham Avenger in my head. I was like, well, that's the wrong franchise. I guess also the fact that you guys had to tell me that was the Arkham Knight.
Oh
Forgot
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
I was like, who is that character? They're the most interesting thing around. Because they're like, that's the Arkham Knight.
Yeah, because they didn't actually name drop him in the comic.
Interesting. I don't feel like they did in the game either.
Really?
No,
Did they?
he calls himself the Arkham Knight. Yeah.
He does? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Batman doesn't turn around and go, my god, the Arkham Knight.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would at least assume that he had, like, in the game, he probably has, like, a boss health bar or something with his name on it, right?
Yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, there's a
Well, does he?
there's
don't
a
even know
boss
anymore.
fight, but it's like a stage one, and
Dark
it's like
Souls.
you don't really. I mean, you beat him, but you don't like. It's one of those because of who the Arkham Knight is. It's not really a fight. I mean, it's weird.
That's annoying. I feel like it would be way more fun if you were, like, basically, I don't know, yeah, battling somebody that was trained by Batman, Like, that seems like a really hard but interesting boss fight.
It's like a stealth boss fight. It's not awesome. But the Arkham games have always kind of had, other than Origins, which is made by different people, has always had kind of bad boss fights.
Yeah.
I thought Arkham Asylum was pretty. At least
Well, yeah,
difficult.
but it's only the one kind of boss is the thing.
Yeah,
It's not a video game podcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can reminisce. later, I guess.
So the effectiveness of Assassin's Creed Awakening.
Yeah, I think...
So I did not read this one, but it sounds like it's just the game?
Not quite. It is like the game in terms of the pirate story, but
if you're a Japanese schoolboy.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a manga, they have a teenage Japanese protagonist who is being blackmailed into going on these pirate missions in order to save his mom, who abandoned him at a young age.
He believes she abandoned him.
Yeah, that's true. He believes
Ironically, he thinks it's a video game at first.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess that's the...
It's very...
That's the in-universe justification for why is this company going through all, like, the genetic memory stuff. It's to make, like, entertainment products for people about history.
Mm-hmm.
But, like... So why are they having to blackmail this person when, like...
Oh, because... No, this is the modern-day Knights Templar. They are... That's who this company is now.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
The bad guys are blackmailing this specific kid because his genetic material, whatever, connects him to the specific pirate who should have access to the info they want.
I might be incorrect. I thought by 4 they had, again, video game question. Because, no.
Desmond?
Assassin's Creed is dumb. Well, Desmond's dead by the time of 4.
Yes.
So I thought they were not doing the genetic, like, descendants anymore.
Yeah, I'm a little bit hazy on that.
Something else they do?
I think what they did... Well, yeah, I'm hazy on that.
Because, like, you're just, like, you... In 4, the game, you were just an employee.
Oh, that's
playing
right.
Through the games. So, like, when you said they're getting blackmailed, I was like, but why, though?
I see.
Because they need to find the observatory. The observatory that will allow them to increase their sphere of influence through the
Yeah, it is kind of...
fragments of Eden.
It is weird to me that, like, the bad guy's goal is so, like... shallow of just like we want to rule the world. It's like okay, what then?
I really thought that it was just because they wanted to establish order, but
I guess.
But maybe it's
Direct
just a control.
opposition to the assassins who claim that they are on the side of free will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
very... they never, at least so far. Because we only read that part of the manga, and there's only, 6 more issues?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get to have a villain monologue where they go, we have to control humanity to prevent them from destroying themselves, other vague stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, it sounds like the manga was really effective because we're discussing the video game.
But did it
that's not what I meant. That's the way... So... The way that I would describe it is that it is effective at recreating the story, but not the atmosphere of the game.
It feels like a fan comic.
Yeah.
More than any of these other ones.
Yeah.
I would say that...
Isekai, whatever.
What, say again?
Sorry, I'm being a little too harsh on it. It's not actually like wish fulfillment style.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You'd have to have a bunch of pretty ladies for that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, so what I wanted to say about the atmosphere was that, like, in the game, the pirate angle was way more emphasized because that was the first game of you, like, actually traveling through the ocean in a boat or, ship, fighting off other ships, and so that was way more highlighted and way less de-emphasized in this.
I don't know how they could emphasize it in a comic. There's not gameplay mechanics so much. I guess I know what you mean, though. Unfortunately, they're trying to complete this story in a very quick manner. You know, I think this is also one of the ones where, like, we were technically halfway through.
Yeah.
Okay. Meaning there's another
total
volume?
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's, like, another volume, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to wrap that up really quick? I don't foresee them, you know, using the ship setting that much.
Right.
Even, when they were like, okay, when Edward Kenway is being lured to this, whatever, Mayan ruin, Aztec ruin, who knows? It's nearby. When he's being lured to that, which is secretly the assassin's headquarters, they're like, do you want to go look for gold over there? There might be gold. And he's like, heck yeah. And then they're just there in almost the next scene. And he's like, hey, where are we going? And they go inside. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Unfortunately, I think the art is also just so... We talked about it, and I complained about it a bunch. It's just bare bones in so many ways that there's so little atmosphere. It's so squished together and very sketchy at times. That's not to its benefit. It feels like it's not... It's like, it's bare bones.
Yeah.
It's also just... It's so clear that his mom is like... Sorry, I'm thinking of the modern protagonist. I don't even get a sense of who he is. He's just like, my mom left me. Pretty mad about that.
Yeah, no, he's not very, doesn't have a lot of depth of character, for sure. He is just kind of a blank slate for people to, you know,
he's skipping school because that's what he needs to do. His dad tells him, be easy on your mom. She had to abandon us. You should go back and see if you can see her at that evil corporation.
Yeah. In terms of its, like, effectiveness, though, we also did talk about in the episode a little bit that, that there's a lot more Assassin's Creed comics than we thought.
Yes.
And two, that this was coming out concurrently with the game, right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
at least in Japan, and then it was like 2 years later when it came out.
English translated.
English. Yeah. And so I guess, like, you know, on the scale between Street Fighter and Sonic, you know, is this its own thing, or is it an advertisement, you know, or is it in the middle?
It's gotta be an advertisement. But now Jake is making me question it, because you guys said that it was much more like the game, and now Jake is like, nah.
I mean, it sounds like the history part is the same, and that's the part they really care about. Like, Assassin's Creed has been trying to get away from the modern day as fast as possible.
Yeah, because I don't...
We did joke a bunch about how Assassin's Creed was going to run out of history.
That's right.
Well, okay, I would believe that, but they put their first game in Japan like a year ago.
Yeah, we were just saying, like, or in that episode, like, there's no...
Japanese history or modern Japanese?
At least as far as I know, Japanese history. Not counting, like, spin-offs, and, like, there's, like, a side scroll, I think it takes place in China, I believe, but...
Yeah.
Oh my god, we talked about that. It looked really bad.
Well, we were
like, the only main game that came out for Japan, despite having knockoffs that have also taken place in Japan, like, was last year. So, I don't think they're really going to run out of history.
I'll pick it up the moment they do a caveman one.
Well, weren't you saying that you were wanting to see one that was, like, set in ancient Japan? And
oh my god, medieval China.
Yeah. And
give it to me.
They didn't have
done
that.
Properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's... I guess I understand more about the video game because of the manga, but it's not really selling me on that video game.
Yeah,
I feel like it is supposed to be doing that. I think I get the feeling, sorry, It's just so funny to say it that way. It's literally an advertisement.
Yeah.
It's not a feeling that's an advertisement. It is an advertisement set in Japan with Japanese high schoolers as the main character because they want to sell Assassin's Creed to a Japanese high schooler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not really
I guess
much
I'm not
argument.
a Japanese high schooler, so I don't know whether it's effective or not.
Yeah. That's a good point. Not really the target audience here. I mean, I guess in that way, yeah. When you do say it like that, it really does slide it all the way to the Street Fighter scale.
Street Fighter still was more effective.
Yeah. Yes. I
Interesting.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying when I put it on a scale between Street Fighter and Sonic, that has nothing to do with its effectiveness. Just that.
You're talking about the adaptation versus tie-in kind of thing.
Yeah, and what it's trying to achieve.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny that I didn't realize. Yeah, it is very specifically trying to advertise to Japanese high schoolers. Both of them
Yeah,
are.
when you talked about how long it took to get it translated, that's when it clicked for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, my next question is, what do you think makes for a good game adaptation / expansion? Specifically in a comic, not we don't have to expand to movies or television or anything like that.
I don't think a good comic has to necessarily touch on like the mechanics that the video game does. I think really effective ones can just retell the story from the game.
That would probably be best, or completely disconnected. Because trying to...
Yeah, I hate when they do half and half kind of thing. Sometimes they just seem to muddy it.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with those takes. I think that for me, I don't necessarily want to see the plot beat for beat adapted, and it kind of depends on what kind of game we're talking about. We kind of talked about, Sonic, is while they do have games that have a more forward story progression, a lot of the games...
It's not known for its story.
Yeah, it's not known for its story, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very simple, and so there's a lot to just add in if you want to. And so some games are like that. And then some games have a very specific story with cutscenes and, like Batman or, whatever.
I think of I really love Silent Hills 2 story, and I just wish there was another form it could take where I could hand it to people who aren't going to play the video game.
Interesting.
Whether that's a movie or a comic.
Mm-hmm.
And still get the same atmosphere that the video game gives you. I think a lot of Batman Arkham Knight, it makes me think so much of how I don't want an adaptation done in terms of somehow the cowardness of being unwilling to spoil what the video game has in store.
I kind of think about it in kind of two lanes. Basically, you're trying to sell me on the game, so I want to have a very similar atmosphere of, in the comic from the game. So I kind of want to get a sense of what this game is from this comic, and or a good story based off of those characters. So kind of separate.
It's so hard that way, right? Though, if you really want to get people to play the video game, then you probably don't want to spoil the video game because they'll be like, then why should I play it? So typically you do a prequel, but you don't want to make it so essential that when people play the video game, they're like, why do I feel like I'm missing something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's where you get kind of these inconsequential stories that just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Or they just can't, they feel like they can't do anything. It's difficult. It's
Yeah.
almost like comics shouldn't be purely an advertisement for something else.
Weird. No, like if anything in that vein, it would be nice if like, you know, you could like focus on like side characters or something, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah.
Oh man, I'm curious how the Dragon Age comics are like. I really like Dragon Age. And
Okay.
you know, they have very interesting characters, and there's those comics that go over some of their backstories, I guess, like backstories that are said in the video game, but they expand and, you know, of course, create a visual version of it.
Yeah.
People seem to like some of them.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think if you read like an interesting story that's self-contained enough where you're curious where the character is going to go, maybe it would make you pick up the video game.
Right. Yeah. And you know, thinking about that and also thinking about like, you know, like just generally like exploring side characters, it honestly, now that I'm thinking about Arkham Knight again too, it seems so obvious. Like they do like, you know, mini events, like a Bat Family event, basically, where it's like, oh, all the Batman titles are doing this one thing, and it's like, why wouldn't you just do like Arkham Knight Robin, you know, or something, where it's like it's just Nightwing and Tim Drake or something, you know, and that's who we're
I
focusing
forgot
on.
they were in that comic, right? Like barely.
Tim Drake was. I think Nightwing maybe gets mentioned. From
I think
remembering.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you know, just don't even like we could.
What's he doing meanwhile when things are starting to ramp up?
Yeah. So have it take place during the game, but with people we don't really get to see in the game.
I almost want to have them be like, do the gutsy move of like, you know, have the character like hidden in plain sight and just like, well, okay, so I don't know if you guys don't know who the Arkham Knight is. Can I just?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what I would want them to do, I almost want to say like, have Jason Todd, a story with him as Robin, but just never refer to him as Jason Todd. And just like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but Talon, the developers wouldn't get to lie in the whole lead up to the game
that's
about
right.
it not being Jason Todd.
I forgot. Yeah.
I'm thinking of that one movie, Detective Glass Onion, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
It's not specific to that title, but it's like the thing where the detective is like, and actually there was a third person there, and like the camera comes out, and there's like another person there. You're like, this is so dumb. What do you mean they were right there all along, and they also knew? Whenever you're like, I was lying to you, I was cutting too close, so you couldn't see that the whole cast was here at this important event. It's so cheesy.
Yeah.
But that's what you want, Talon?
I'd say that's a gutsy move.
Two different ways of looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to just like, was there any throughout all of these? Were there any like standout favorite moments?
I like in the Team Fortress 2, they go to Scout's safe deposit box, and he talks about a get rich slow scheme.
That's good. That's a really good joke.
Honestly, I was thinking like the first thing that came to my mind was Sakura, and there's a moment in that comic where I think she's doing a monologue where she's like, you grow by fighting, and like that's how you prove your mettle, right? And it was just like, I don't know, it's a very relatable moment in my mind.
Oh yeah, her verbalizing her philosophy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any favorite moments. There's a lot of cute moments in Sakura's story. The Sonic one just overall was decent, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say for myself also that Sakura, you know, I think that there's the part that I remember, the rival, like, crashing through the window.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
With her helicopter.
With her helicopter, yeah. And then, but with Scrapnick, not really like a... I mean, I don't know. Yeah, there was some nice moments, character-wise, I feel like, between Sonic and Metal Sonic, but mostly that comic stood out to me by the art more so than the story itself. Okay, liked title and least favorite moment.
Probably the Arkham Knight book, and that whole line with Lucius losing his finger, not brought up in the game at all. I don't know why they put that in there.
Forgot about his stupid fake finger that gets replaced immediately.
Couldn't be less related, I don't think.
I mean, yeah, overall that whole that tiny car side story, I don't care how cool the car is that he's buying. I don't care that Lucius is embezzling money from him on his behalf to buy
himself.
This car.
Okay. No, and at that point, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bruce starts talking about himself in the third person, I think. And because they changed the artist for that single story, little side story, I was like, who is this man and why is he encouraging him to embezzle from Bruce Wayne? It just kind of pissed me off once I realized it was Bruce. I was like, stop talking about yourself in the third person. I know you're Batman, but don't do that.
Yeah, no, I think agreement that it was Arkham Knight, and yeah, both of those were not great moments. I didn't like the inclusion of Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and then his third, the third brother.
There's a third brother?
I forgot that Harley also kisses Penguin.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, what is the point of this?
Who's the third brother?
I don't remember what they call him, but it's like somebody that they inject with venom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that doesn't fit the story at all. Not the Arkham Knight story, but the story of Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah.
Arkham Knight is almost too off the wall for me to hate in comparison to Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is almost boring in its slight incompetence.
That's fair.
And I think that makes me like it less.
Interesting.
Yeah. Fair. See, I have a hard time because I'm like, I think my least favorite is Sonic, but I then feel bad about that being my least favorite because I'm like, but it's an objectively good story, like in the sense of good message.
Then it's not for you, right? We're asking you.
Yeah.
We're asking you your personal opinion. So yeah, it's okay if you say Sonic.
But I'm like, it's not that. It's like everything else is like, it's not that bad compared to everything else.
Talon, how do you choose Assassin's Creed over Sonic though?
Because Assassin's Creed, I'm like, I already know it. It's already got a soft spot in my heart. But I do agree with your point, though, that it is boring because I've played the game. So.
No. No, it's boring because it's simple and at the same time convoluted.
Shouldn't that make it complex?
No.
It's simply convoluted in its incompetence.
Wow.
I think I am being a little harsh on Assassin's Creed just because I didn't like the art style.
Yeah, I think so. It's not. Yeah.
But I mean, if Talon can choose Sonic as his least favorite, I can choose Assassin's Creed as my least favorite.
That's true. That is true. Okay. I think so. Normally, at this point, we rank the books. I don't know if we really need to do that. I mean, if you, I'll acquiesce if that's feels relevant. But
why not?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I guess if we had opinions on best and least liked.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. Then what are all the middles?
Yeah.
I get the feeling that probably the Street Fighter one is probably my favorite somehow. I wasn't expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
I get the feeling that the Team Fortress 2 one would probably be around there too. Maybe the second one. Sonic, then Batman's Creed.
Okay.
I somehow, in some ways, the way that the Batman one infuriates me. It's a great feeling.
Yeah. I would go, I think, Sonic, Street Fighter, Team Fortress, Assassin's Creed, Batman.
Yeah, I think for me, I'd say Street Fighter is favorite. Team Fortress 2, Sonic, and Assassin's Creed. The more I think about how boring Assassin's Creed is, I'm like, I have to agree with that.
So it's tied with Sonic?
Or is it?
No, I think it's worse. Yeah, I think I'll put it below.
Okay.
Because it's more like disappointing, I think, than Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
Jake.
You got any opinions, man?
I didn't read Street Fighter or the Assassin's Creed one, but yeah, it's.
Well, that's an easy choice then.
I probably liked the Team Fortress 2 comics the best. Sonic is pretty much in the middle. Batman's not good. Unfortunately, like that hurts me to say. I like Arkham Knight the game.
Yeah.
And if there was more of the game in this, like I might like it more.
Maybe you just need to read the next 6 issues where it finishes the story.
Sorry, Jake. We're gonna actually take that sound bite and use it forever. Batman sucks. You heard it here first.
Oh no! They Scooby-Dooed me. No.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, that is all that we have for our show today. This has been a retrospective on the theme of comics, adapting, or expanding video games. If you liked this episode, be sure to follow us on Twitter at the Comic Panel 1 and listen to more of us on Spotify or any other podcast platforms. Our title is The Comic Panel Podcast. You can also listen to us on KSUAradio.com or on 91.5 FM in Fairbanks, Alaska. Be sure to tune in 2 weeks from now for the start of our new theme. I'm Cody.
I'm Talon.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Shawenta.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you next time.